This offensive line has worked well all year. They are a very complete group.
I think the real secret to what we're doing now is like communication. We make a lot of line calls, so there's never any I thought you were going to do this or I thought I had. It's we come out, we make RL, slip scoop, whatever the call is for the play, and everybody knows who they have to block.
And as Coach Bob Price said, we can never get rid of them. They're here day and night watching videotape. Might have wanted to watch a little more of Stacey Evans and the move he made to stop the ball carrier.
I think they got to see Mr. Evans up close that time. Stacey just stuffed Mike Krinkle in the hole. But with that going back to that offensive line of Montreal, also one of the great things that they've had the opportunity this year is that they played together. They've got the same 5 guys up there that allows them to have the continuity.
Montana into the ball game as a replacement for Harrell at the wideout position. Tracy Ham was looking over the middle for Jock Climby. It's incomplete. It's 2 and out for Montreal. We talked last week about the maturity of Tracy Ham and how he has developed as a quarterback since his first few seasons with the Edmonton Eskimos, where he was under a lot of pressure to perform in Edmonton.
Well, he had come in under some circumstances with a lot of quarterbacks before him that had great success, and so they felt a lot of pressure on him to do the same.
Well, I have old man back on this punt return, but he has no opportunity to go anywhere. Stephen Reed is there to make the tackle. Reed is the leader among Montreal players in special team tackles. 7:34 remaining in the third quarter tonight on Hockey Night in Canada on CBC. 3 games, depending on which area of the country you live in. Toronto and Dallas, Montreal and Ottawa, Vancouver and Colorado, the late start. Hinchcliffe goes wide to the left. Gordon comes out right. Steve Taylor gives the ball to Dave Denal, and the initial contact was made by Carter, and then Carter got some help from his friends in bringing down the Ottawa running back.
This is just an incredible athlete. This guy has such great explosion when he comes off the line of scrimmage, gets upfield. Now he slides down the line of scrimmage on that inside draw play, gets a hand on. He doesn't make the tackle, but he disrupts the play enough that the pursuit and his teammates come in there to close it out after that.
Mills goes to the bench. Sean Daniels comes in as the fullback for Ottawa. Taylor's pass to Gordon, and he should get a first down at the 40-yard line. Gary Harrell still having difficulties over at the Montreal bench. Brought down hard on that most recent Montreal punt return. And it doesn't look as though he's going to be coming back. 2 catches today for Robert Gordon. Moving back to the wideout position, replacing Wayne Walker. Spent most of the year playing slot back.
Had a big year last year, 95 for BC, 48 catches, 825 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Joseph Rogers, who has scored the lone touchdown for Ottawa, makes the catch for a gain of about 6.
Good opportunity for Steve Taylor. Now, like I said, he's really showing some of the skills that he possesses. Now he's trying to take advantage of a defense. He's had an opportunity to sit out there this long, find out what they're doing to him, look at the different disguises that they're using, and have the receiver sit down in the hole. When he gets enough time, that quick release of his makes the completion of.
Second down play, and Taylor under pressure from Grant Carter, and he goes down back at the 47-yard line. Quarterback sack number 13 for Grant Carter.
Carter does such a good job. Now you watch how he's going to get up the field very quickly. Now he gets up, but Steve Taylor keeps running toward that angle that all Carter has to do is keep going straight up the field. He's going to make the play. Had Steve Taylor had enough time, he may try to slip back inside and stop. But again, on the back side, you got Alfred Payton just coming right down and barreling down on the back of your head. These 2 guys working great bookends today.
Well, you made a very good point earlier. The addition of Alfred Payton has made Grant Carter into a better rush in. Lamley's field goal attempt. It's good. A 52-yard field goal by Lamley with 5:01 remaining in the third quarter.
Keep it going.
2 sacks today for Grant Carter. What does it take to become an outstanding defensive lineman?
Well, I think the main thing for a pass rusher is just effort. You're gonna continue to come after a guy all game long, and you're gonna get close a lot of times, and other times you're not gonna get close at all. But if you continue to come play after play after play, I think eventually things are gonna open up for you.
How's everybody out there doing in Oregon? Red Deer, how you doing out there?
Lamley kicks the ball to Pringle at the 15-yard line. There is a penalty flag, and this is going to be an illegal block, I believe, on Anthony Drawhorn.
Yeah, you saw that. It was right out there in the middle.
From the Alouettes bench, Gary Harrell, the Flea, has gone to the Alouette locker room for further observation, but it appears he is lost to the team for the rest of the game with a twisted knee. It is the same knee he injured during a punt return on Thanksgiving Day Monday at Frank Clair Stadium in Ottawa. So the Flea is wounded.
4:52 remaining in the third quarter. 30-11 Montreal leads. And the penalty takes the ball back to the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Owls. The give is to Pringle, and this time Ottawa was ready.
Don, we talked a lot through the course of this game about the Ottawa defense, and this has really been the most stable part of the whole game that they've had through the course of the 96 season. They have kept the offense in the game so much through the course of this season. The big thing about it is the offense wasn't able to sustain drives and keep first downs going. They were playing too much, and they were on the field way too long.
On 2nd down, Ham's pass over the middle to Michael Soles, and he's got a first down at the 30-yard line. Soles didn't put his hands on the football in the first half, but he comes up with a huge 2nd down play in the second half to take the ball up to the 30-yard line. When people talk about the Ottawa Rough Riders and some of the problems they have had this year, when you take a look at the scores in the last 7 games that they have played, they've got a couple of wins in there, including one over Montreal, but they have also lost some tough games, including back-to-back games with Calgary and last week's encounter with Montreal and a game against Toronto.
John Payne said, obviously, during the course of every football game, there is somewhere between 4 and 5 plays that dictate the outcome of the game. Either one of those 4 or 5 plays going to Ottawa's side, they may have been 4 or 5 more victories for the 96 season.
5 yards for Mike Pringle. He now has 97. Montana down the sidelines, could not make the catch. There is a penalty flag. Is there going to be an interference call against West?
Illegal contact on an eligible receiver. Ottawa number 5, first down.
This time I got my number 5 straight.
Pretty good zebra job there. John Payne with a big sigh saying, hey, when it wasn't for bad luck, we'd have no luck at all today. Frank West getting his second start at the corner. Rookie cornerback out of Illinois State.
1st and 10. The ball is at the 46. 2:33 remaining in the third quarter. Hand off to Pringle. He reaches forward, and he'll be close to his 100-yard game. Stacey Evans was again in on the stop.
Stacey Evans, a big man, 6'3", about 275, out of South Carolina, patrols that inside. He's able to push the pocket. You can see the numbers on Mike Pringle, 17 rushes, 100 yards today.
Jock Climbey, who went over 1,000 yards earlier in this quarter, takes the ball into Ottawa territory at the 49-yard line.
Tracy just wants to front out, and he knows that Jock Climbey can read this zone. He's going to sit down in the soft spot. Good vision down the field. Jock makes a good move, catches it, then he gets upfield quickly, holds onto the ball, makes sure he protects that and keeps this driving alive. We talked a lot about this offensive line and how good they play together. Look at that. Nobody's going to touch or come near Tracy Ham. Those 5 guys getting the job done for the Alouettes, led by that, Mike Withacombe at center.
And Withacombe said he really enjoys making the offensive line calls. Pass complete to Jock Climbey, and another first down for Montreal. Withacombe also said he really enjoys living in Montreal, and he said he and his wife are both going to take some lessons in French during the winter months.
It's a beautiful city, and you get a good opportunity. He is just one of those kind of guys that he could just line up, roll his shirt sleeves up, and he can play for any team, anywhere, anytime. Just barely got back to the line of scrimmage. As a matter of fact, he may have lost a yard as Dwayne Knight was the first there. Dwayne Knight has been another one of these linebackers, along with Younger and McGriggs, that has really solidified this defense. 6'2", 215. He's out of Virginia Tech, and he has the ability to not only cover the rush as tough as he does, he's got great speed, plays great one-on-one pass coverage. In his second year in the CFL, Tracy Ham completes the pass, and this is Climbey again for another first down. Climbey's best previous year was 1993 in Ottawa, when he caught 67 passes for 1,281 yards. He's just steady. He's right there all the time. If you need a clutch catch, you get the ball inside to him somehow. He was saying that he is ad-libbing some of his patterns, and he and Tracy Ham took a while this year to get on the same page as to what they would do against certain defenses. Well, you have to admit that Tracy Ham had to come over and have some big changes in his offensive scheme as far as the total number of receivers, the American receivers that he had all last year. And he starts working with 4 different receivers other than Armstrong. Then that's the guy that has to come in there. It took him a little while to learn and get on the same page. And when he isn't throwing to Climbey, Tracy Ham is giving the ball to Mike Pringle, and he picks up another first down. And that's the end of the third quarter.
The CFL on CBC. Brought to you by B.F. Goodrich. Show them your true colors.
15 minutes remaining here at Olympic Stadium in Montreal as the Als lead by 19 and are threatening to score again. They are 1st and 10 at the 13 of Ottawa. Really only twice this year have the Rough Riders been blown out. They lost 34-4 to Toronto, and they were handled 30-2 by Edmonton. Other than that, they have been in every football game in this season, and it's just been, say, 1 or 2, 3 plays here or there they could have swung, whether this being a winning season or a losing season. On Thanksgiving Monday, the rushing totals were almost comparable. Today, a decided edge for Pringle over Denal. The ball is deflected right at the line of scrimmage. It will be 2nd and 10. It looked like either Spanik or Zizakovic's got his hand up. Second and 10, Montreal from the 13-yard line. Nigel Williams goes wide to the left. Montana right. The 2 slot backs, Armstrong and Climbey, also move over to the left. At the goal line, Michael Souls takes it into the end zone.
What a steady player, as I said, he's been for the Alouettes. He's one of those kind of guys, you don't pay any attention to him, and then the next thing you know, he's scoring touchdowns. From McGill University here in Montreal, this guy is a hero in this city.
And a player from Bishop, Sammy Brennan, was trying to stop him at the goal line and was injured in the process. Michael Souls with his 7th receiving touchdown of the year. He has yet to score a rushing touchdown. We didn't hear from Michael Souls in the first half, but we certainly have in the second. Twice he was Athlete of the Year when he played at McGill.
He came very close this year not to playing anywhere. You had mentioned earlier about being a broker and getting involved in the business end of reality of the world, I guess. But this, he had an opportunity to put on with Montreal here, and it's great to see him play.
The point after by Terry Baker. But you were trying to bribe him yesterday, but he had no hot stock tips for you.
Hey, I was trying to do a little bit of that inside trading with him, and I thought, you know, back to the old days, we could use that Edmonton Eskimo alumni stuff. He has way too much ethics, I think. He's a great man, good individual, and he's a friend. Take a look at Tracy Ham. He's going to step back. Quick job. Boom. Now he's going to plan quickly. That shot's going to come right before Brennan, the safety, can get over. What a super catch that is, because Michael Souls has his hands up. He's extended. His arms and shoulders are out there, and it leaves his ribs. Brennan hits him right there, and he's able to run right through that tackle to get it in for the major.
For those who cover the Alouettes in both languages, English and French, certainly enjoy Michael Souls because he is bilingual. And he has been a talent ever since he has been in the CFL. Most of his career spent with the Edmonton Eskimos.
And he actually thinks he's a pretty good golfer, which we may have to discuss this later on.
Wilhite attempting to field the ball on the sidelines. I think he was trying to concentrate on keeping his feet in bounds. He really should have let that football go because it was going out of bounds, and he fumbled it out at the 10-yard line.
You can see right there, he's pointing to his head right now. He said, that's my bad. He said, that's my mistake. It's just a mental mistake. I shouldn't be making that.
Michael Souls capped off the Montreal scoring drive. They moved 95 yards in 12 plays. Coaches really love that when a team can march the football the length of the field.
Well, this kind of offense they had the same way that they did last week in the fourth quarter. They decided to rush the ball, and that big offensive line was just going to grind you down and beat you up. And through the course of the game, it takes its toll on the defense.
Key component of the drive, 4 receptions for 54 yards for Jock Climbing. I think Ottawa called a timeout.
John Daniels comes off the field, and Travis Anderson goes on, so maybe they're just going to widen it up, open it up a little bit with a 5 or 6 receiver pack. And you can see the ice bag on the neck of Sammy Brennan.
It's been all Montreal in the second half of this football game. Taylor on the quarterback draw. He ran this successfully on Thanksgiving Monday, and there was no doubt about his intention as he called his own number on this play.
Good play, Steve Taylor. He's a gutsy guy. He, you know, in a big game situation or anytime, he doesn't mind having the ball. Give it to him, let him make something happen. This time, empty backfield set. Everybody on the defense knows that he's the only guy. He's either going to run it or throw it quickly. Here comes the run. Get some good blocking up front. Then you can see how nifty he is. Picks his way for the first down.
4 receivers wide to the right this time. Again, the pass is knocked down at the line of scrimmage, and number 54 got his hand up there to bat it away.
.62, about 245. Gets a good quick rush on the outside. Sees the quick setup. Now get the left hand up quick as you can. Knocks it down.
He finished 95 so strongly for Baltimore, and he has really carried on an even better form in the 96 season in Montreal. Carter got a piece of Taylor. He's able to escape. Can he get away from Payton? No. There is a penalty flag, and I think that's going to be called intentional grounding, as Taylor, realizing he couldn't escape Payton, tried to throw it, but Payton had hold of the Ottawa quarterback when he threw the football.
I've seen enough guys get chased by Alfred Payton. At some point, if he just wants the football, throw it away, give it to him.
There's no infraction on the play. Third down.
Give him your money, do whatever. Now watch Payton at the top of your screen. He's going to get rushed by. Then Taylor spins out, and Payton says, hey, wait a minute, I'm going to make a play on this. Goes vertical, I mean, gets right down the line of scrimmage, gets horizontal down it. Taylor's going to get rid of it. Probably would pay him a few bucks if he'd have left him alone.
Well, Grant Carter thought he was going to get his third sack of the day, but Taylor was able to escape him, but could not get away from Payton. And Payton gets QB sack number 6 for the season. Lamley is conceding a safety touch with 12:15 remaining in the ball game.
A couple of flags down with. They may be offside against Montreal. They were going after that. Montreal was going after try to block that, but the penalty flag again could be against Ottawa.
I think Hinchcliffe may have gone off the field of play on the wrong side.
Illegal substitution. Ottawa 82. Penalties declined. Safety touch.
It was Willie Hinchcliffe who was guilty on that illegal substitution call. So it's a safety touch. And it's now a 39-11 lead.
Welcome back to the Big O, where the Alouettes hold a commanding lead over the Rough Riders here in the fourth quarter. I'm on the Ottawa bench with Vice President Leo Cahill of the Riders. Leo, you got all kinds of talent on this football team, but it must be awfully frustrating to watch the penalties and the knocks and the drops we've gone through.
Well, this is a very tough game, very physical game, but we've got a lot of talent, but we've got a lot that aren't on the field. We lost our defensive end the first part of the ball game. He was thrown out. Our regular safety is not in the ball game, and our regular linebacker is not in the ball game. So, you know, we've got 3 regulars that aren't in there, and that's a difficult thing to try to compete when you've got 3 guys out of there.
One of your veterans says that the team lacks discipline. Is that fair?
No, I don't think so. I think they're a try-hard bunch that, you know, feel very frustrated over this season. They've lost about 7 games by a touchdown or less, and I think that they'd like to win a game. And I think when the officials call some plays that are questionable on them, that they get a little frustrated.
Are you optimistic about next year? Will there be a next year for Ottawa?
Well, we're hoping there'll be a next year, and I'm optimistic about next year also. I think it's going to be a tough situation here for a while, though, and we're going to have to bear up to it.
All right, Leo, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Whit?
Ottawa's next game will be at home on the 26th of October against Winnipeg, and that game was originally listed as a 7:30 start. It will now be an afternoon game taking place at 2 in the afternoon. 18,671 watching the action this afternoon at Olympic Stadium. They see a new quarterback coming in. Replacing Tracy Ham is Dan Crowley.